Did I scare you? Did I get you? Okay, well, anyway. In today's episode, you can expect what I always give in this survival world. Building, exploring, collecting, etc. And yes, I'll also be doing some redstone that my little tiny brain can't really understand. But this was a very fun episode to record, and I hope you enjoy. I'm not gonna scare you again. I swear. Good morning! Got some work to do, and we shall do it. Now, let me update on what is going on. You will notice some random pumpkin patches because I've been lighting this place up with actual hidden spots because that's what I wanted to do since the beginning. I like doing that, although I've been trying to mix it up with the moss on the floor so that it seems like, oh, there's more greenery in these areas, but no, it's lighting. It's lighting purposes, okay? I tore down, I believe that's how you say it, the plantation. It's almost all in here. I had to compost some of them because it was just way too much. There are random chests that do have more seeds, more plants and all, but most of it is here. And I did start to hide the villagers that were in here, and I put them in a little bit of a safer place in here, but I cannot put them all. And some of them don't have jobs. I didn't realize that, but also that's an issue for later. I can't put all of them down there because look, we have so many zombie villagers that we can cure since I stole this from an igloo a long time ago. Now, I need to throw this in a way that all 5 of them are actually gonna be splashed. And I have a feeling that's not gonna work, but I will try my best. And if it does not work, I need to find a fortress soon, and I need to start brewing potions. But I have not found a fortress. It's super far. Or I refuse to use chunk base. Okay. I would put this guy over here. I guess I could, right? So they're closer. Like this. If I do that. Come over here. Yeah. I will do it exactly at the middle. Over here. And you will all be splashed. Oh, I didn't do that very well. Yes! Genius. This is so easy. Okay, now we just have to wait for them to turn. It's okay that he's a little bit free. I just have to remember that this is the empty spot below him that I have to throw him in and not anywhere else. And then we're gonna have some purified villagers. And the other thing I'd like to show you, let me follow my beautiful new pathway. I mean, beautiful is a little bit of a overthrow, but I am I did this like when I was super bored and I built so much that I couldn't handle anymore. And this place is, I don't remember if I actually showed you guys the inside of this. If I did, ignore this, I guess. But this is going a little bit insane on the overgrowth. I am gonna stop it at some point, but I'm gonna take advantage and farm this some time to time. And this is a little tree that I did. I hate it, but I just don't look at it. That's my trick. I don't look at it too much so that I don't hate it as much. And I've been practicing a little bit of tree customizing on creative, just because I've never actually built a tree before. But I am kind of happy with this place as well. I do see I see potential for keeping some bees in here as well. I'm just too lazy for it because I already have enough bees, and they're all in here. And this is going crazy as well. It's been a while since I've come in here, but the bees are here. I'm gonna actually grab some already, some wax. If you let me, thank you. I'll put it here. The rest. And this is oxidizing really well. But just seeing everything oxidizing at different paces and having like huge patches of the same variant makes me like confused as to which one I would prefer to keep on this place. So I'm just not waxing anything. I waxed, I think, a little bit of the door. I don't even remember at this point. But I'm letting it be. Maybe... Oh, be. I'm letting it follow its natural path. And I don't know. At some other point, I'll see what I prefer. I don't know. And what I wanted to do also is decorate the outside a little. Oh, they're cute. Like greenhouses, I don't know how exactly they're supposed to look like. Okay, I'm not familiar. So I do look at Pinterest or something. And I have some idea of what I'd like to do to the outside. Not super detailed or anything. But hey, my looting guy is cured, which is great. He used to trade for 43. Now 18. Great. Thank you, my dude. Oh, my farmer. This farmer was the first victim of this. And look, we can make automatic pumpkins and melon farms if we'd like. Hi, you're not supposed to be here. In regards to new buildings, we have built the greenhouse, we have the blacksmith, somewhat. We have the villager breeder, we have a random house, and I'm thinking of doing more random houses today. And also, I have plans for a windmill, in which I will put a wheat field, of course, all around, with the intention of harvesting it. Sometimes, you know, and the windmills should be a little bit up so that the wind actually catches it. So I am going to need to find a place maybe over here, tear down maybe a little bit of a higher place that is fulfilled with trees at the second. And also I don't have plans for a barn yet, but I wish to do a barn for my farm animals because they have new variants. I need to find another variant. Actually, I need to find the winter, the cold variant still. I have yet to see them. And then I have to build a barn that I want to include all of them for display and for the occasional farming. But I am trying my best not to kill them, okay? If this is casualties, okay? I swear. And I want to display them all because I love my animals. I need something for the armadillos as well. A farm for them, just because I have a little bit of wolves that might need some help. So let's go to sleep and actually start decorating. I will cover these pumpkins up. I'm just lazy, and I'm just trying to gather a lot of pumpkins until then. I have a lot of jack-o'-lanterns, right? But it's okay. I'm trying to get more. All zombies were purified, thank God. I'm not sure what to make them. I try to make them into farmers, some of them at least. They're not accepting it, but that's okay. But all of them are over here. No more ugly setups on this place, unless it's for farming purposes. We'll deal with that another day. Now I want to do the outside of the thing, Majini, and also decorate some pathways here and there. I'm thinking of changing these purple flowers, alliums and pink tulips, or I guess pink flowers, into oxized daisies or oxide daisies or oxized daisy. This flower. Because I love daisies. Daisies are my favorite flower in game, outside of game, and the reason I haven't used it so much is because I almost have none. I have very little, so I used the flowers that I had the most at the time, which were alliums, and I did get some tulips and they match with the alliums. But I do want to change that because this is my starter house, and my starter house should represent me. And it is, and daisies are all about me. So I would change that at some point. So maybe we should do some exploring today as well. If I'm lucky, I'm thinking of going that direction. I haven't gone that direction. I have gone that way. I have gone that way, and this kind of portion, I remember I traveled all the way over there, and then I turned around and came back through here. So I kind of have this direction all figured out. But this direction, I have not gone. So that's what I wish to do. And who knows, maybe I could grab some animals with my leads. You know, some cold variants animals, who knows? And collect oxide daisies. For sure. And some other small flowers that I may need to restock after, you know, after having done all of all of these 2 buildings based on flowers. Although I do have a bunch of them still. It's never too much, right? My plans for the outside of the greenhouses for now was to adapt the buildings to the terrain, almost framing them with some shapes and adding lots of flowers to try and signify it as a greenhousey area. Nothing too complex, I just went for ideas I thought were pretty and that made sense. I still had a lot of extra building materials, and instead of putting them away, I decided to build a house with no meaning next to another house that has no meaning also. I just wanted to fill some space and also make pretty building. Good morning. I did just finish arranging some stuff up. You can see that all my tools are pretty much set. I fixed them up because they were suffering a little. And we have a couple things to do before I actually go out to adventure a little bit in that direction. The direction that I said that I wanted to go. And I recently finished building this new house next to this one, so they're little neighbors. It's so hard to do these houses. I'm so slow. I guess it's because of the texturing. I wish to make simpler houses in the future so that I can make more of them at a faster pace. But for now, that's it. Also, wanted to comment on this. I was thinking, what was my intention on doing this? I knew I wanted to make a grindstone to do some sort of gardening kind of thing. So I don't know, what is this? I feel like I want to do a tractor someday. This is nowhere near. This is not a tractor by any means. I thought this would look like a lawnmower. It doesn't. So now you know what this is? This is just a little cart. A little carrying cart that I will leave here because I think it's kind of adorable. I'm not gonna lie. And a little chair that I do want to remove at some point, but still, I'll leave it because I don't want to look at this anymore. I'm a little bit tired. And why is it raining when I just started recording? Okay, I think it's a storm, so I'm gonna try to sleep, but I'm sure I'm not gonna be able to. Yeah. Okay. I also wanted to point out that I did change the flowers to daisies and some white tulips and some of these that I never remember the name, azure blue, I don't know. And honestly, I think the white flowers, they look so much cuter. Look at this. I think they match. I didn't realize, I don't know why, but I didn't realize that the white and these flowers match the whites in the walls, which is dumb, but like, they're both white. They should match. Why wouldn't they, right? Yeah, they match so well, and I love the visual, and I think it's so cute. I'm so happy I changed. Because they match so well, they look so pretty together, and I love the white. I had a lot of white tulips, and I ran out of stock on oxide daisies. In today's adventure, I want to stock up on the daisies as much as I can, and I do think I'm missing more of this flower as well, the bluets stuff. So I'm gonna try to collect that. And also, I made a book to remember myself what I needed to collect. I made a book now. I mean, not necessarily to collect, because I do have more stuff in here. as you can see, I do have a saddle and a horse armor in case I find a horse, but I'm kind of thinking that I'm not gonna have the patience to tame it, so probably not. Still, it's an option for today's adventure. I want to tame cats that I find on the way, and tame wolves in case I find a new breed or something. And also, I'm taking my brush with me because I want to find a sniffer egg. I want to try and get a sniffer egg because it's hard. It's not showing up to me like at all, and I'm getting a little bit angry. And I want sunflowers because I don't have them anywhere, and I need more oxeye daisies. So, add adventure to the list. Tame cats and dogs. Maybe tame horse. Ooh, almost forgot. I do have a ton of leads with me, and I want to bring cold barn animal variants with me. So that's probably why I'm not gonna tame a horse, because I think that's gonna be a rough travel. Also, find sniffer egg 2. Remember that it has to be 2. Otherwise, it makes absolutely no sense. 1 more comment, 2 more comments I have to remember. First, this is my iron farm, right? The villagers are right here. Here is the little space that I keep for the lava farm. And here are my villagers that trade for iron. And I have this little space, which is like, look, right in front of the farm. But the farm's covered up because it's ugly. But I have this little space, which I only have plans on what to do with it. You can see that this is the access to the chest. You know, it's gonna drop poppies, it's gonna drop iron, and I have some future plans on how to arrange this space with a little bit of redstone. Hence, the chest with some materials. The thing is, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. My plan is to do something absolutely blind, because I don't do redstone ever. I really am slow with tutorials. So it's hard, but I'm gonna have to work in a tiny space to do some redstone, and I'm still not sure if it's gonna work. But another thing, I made a comment in my last video that I couldn't connect hanging signs to fences, like side to side. And someone answered, I'm gonna put the comment in here so you can see. Chesby Cash, thank you for your comment. And he said that you can, but you need to have a block connecting to the hanging sign first. So let's see if that's true. And then I break it. You know, he wasn't wrong, but this is still not right. This is not right. This is not what I wanted. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? You can't really expect the fence to connect like that. Well, now we have a floating hanging sign. Can we break this? Oh my god, we have... Oh, that's crazy. Okay. This is an interesting look, don't you think? This is... I think I like this better than the side-to-side thing. Well, thank you, Chesby. I think we can agree that you were kind of right. I think we're ready to travel. But I have a feeling that we're gonna be walking for a while. I'm not sure how much terrain I actually generated already. You know, how many chunks already loaded. But it's still a region I have not explored a whole bunch. So, still worth it to check it out. And hopefully, we won't struggle to actually find any new stuff. So yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch some Hungry Hermits streams, which is something I've been watching recently because, you know, I want to... When Hermitcraft Season 10 World Download is available, I want to play Hungry Hermits with a special guest, you know, maybe in the future. If it works out, my plans work out. And I am so excited to play it. I think it's such a fun game. I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous episode, but I have a thing for playing the same game over and over. I don't know if you noticed. You know, I do have a Minecraft channel, and I have so many hours in this world already. Which, by the way, let me check. I'm on day 461. okay? I have not AFK'd a lot in this. To be fair, I have not. Which is a little bit scary to think of. So yeah, I've played a lot of this worlds just really... I'm not even sure what I've been doing. I love mining, so I do spend a fair amount of time going around and mining and exploring caves. Because I like caves. I don't know why. I like collecting stuff. And I like collecting animals. And I like collecting da-na-na. And that's what I've been doing, basically, all over. But yeah, I like playing the same thing over and over. I like doing things that are kind of repetitive and that don't require much difference in behavior. I like doing stuff that it seems like work. I don't know if that makes sense, but not work like. I don't know. Just hear me out, okay? I like doing repetitive things. I think it's very comfortable, and I like when it changes up a little bit and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm evolving or something. Maybe I'm actually better now, you know? Like maybe I like doing stuff that are repetitive because then they turn exciting for the least exciting things. And that makes me actually stay into the games that I'm playing, such as Minecraft. That's why I've been playing Minecraft for so long and I don't get sick of it because I absolutely love. I don't know. I get excited over silly things like finding something slightly interesting in a cave. I guess I am very content with the bare minimum sometimes. And that's the great thing for games that are very repetitive. It's just Minecraft. It's hard to... Yes, I found it. I found it. Hello. Oh, you're so... It's kind of ugly, don't you think? It's like a beautiful chicken, but it's so ugly. It's different. It's a different chicken. We're not gonna call it ugly. But you are a little... I love it. Oh my god. It has a hairdo, like a mohawk almost. I'm waiting for it to place an egg, but I don't think that's gonna happen very soon. Hello. You're so cute. But yeah, that's what I was saying is that is one of my coping mechanisms to keep the game interesting to me when when I don't have much of a creative flow going in my mind, you know? Which is hard to always have a creative flow. Like, people tend to give up on Minecraft when they realize that they don't have much, like they don't have something else that they like to do. But I like doing repetitive stuff. I like doing the same thing over and over. I like farming. I usually like farming games because of that. I love Stardew Valley because of that, and I have over 1,000 hours of it, which is a little bit insane to think of because I've been playing it for not such a long time. But what does this have to do with Hungry Hermits? Which I was talking about initially. I have a problem. I can't really finish my thought process. I feel like I have to explain everything I say just in case people are not understanding. So I do apologize if that gets you mad or confused. I am trying my best. And I am talking about myself, which is something that I am, you know, I have a little bias of being a little bit too passionate about stuff that I like. So bear with me, okay? Okay, so what does that have to do with Hungry Hermits is that one of the games that I like so much, that I played so much in my years, is Overcooked, because I played it by myself so much already because nobody had the patience to keep playing it with me, and I mastered it, okay? I am so good at Overcooked. It's ridiculous. I'm better at the second game just because I don't know, like I played it a lot more than the first one, but I just love Overcooked. And when I saw that Tango Tech was doing Hungry Hermits, I was so... I am so excited to be able to play it. So I am a little bit concerned that it's gonna be a little laggy or something, that I'm gonna have issues, but hopefully it won't, because I really want to play Hungry Hermits. I want to see it. I love Overcooked, and I just... I'm so excited. So I am watching a lot of streams lately since season 2 of Hungry Hermits has just started, I guess. I like catching up on streams when I have to do something like in between recordings. So right now, since I do need to actually, you know, you guys are not putting eggs. But since now, it's the power of complaint. it helps. But since I was planning on exploring and finding a lot of things, you know, since my book says that I do have a bunch of things to collect. Oh. I thought it would be a good idea to also talk a little bit about this so I can have extra time in my video and you guys are not only seeing me put blocks and stuff. Place blocks. So you guys don't have to only keep seeing me place blocks, because it gets a little too much at some point. I get it. And I do like talking, so you guys left some positive comments in the last video. I do appreciate it on the last episode, because my last video was actually related to this SMP that I'm a part of now, that I've at least been invited to this season. Larger Than Life, which is inspired by Grian's life series. And I, you know, since I do watch Hermitcraft, I of course also watch the life series. I think it's my favorite SMP series ever, and I was very happy to be a part of an SMP inspired by it, especially one that is so well thought and so well developed. It was fun, you know, and it had its own little quirk, and I got to meet people that I'm becoming more and more friends with by the second, and I'm very happy. I've met some new people. I was kind of anxious. I was kind of nervous, actually, to enter the SMP context of the Minecraft YouTube, because I don't know, like, it's not always, oh my god, fluffy pigs, ah! Yes! We got him. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I love their little noses. They look like they're cold almost because of this cold toned in their noses. Oh my god, it's so cute. Well, of course I forgot what I was saying again. I was nervous to enter this SMP context because I didn't, like, since I began all of this by myself, you kind of have to insert yourself in some context, right? So you don't really, it's hard to start SMP stuff, for example, by yourself. You have to go after people. Fluffy cows. You have to go after people that could welcome you, maybe, in this sort of thing. I don't know if it makes sense, like, but it's a lot of initiatives that you have to take, right? The whole YouTube thing, since it's all by yourself, you have to do stuff by yourself all the time. You have to start, you have to go after things by yourself. I had to learn how to edit by myself. I had to learn how to use recording settings. Of course, I had help from people I know in my personal life, but online, honestly, I didn't reach out to people very much because I don't know, I guess I was just scared. Especially since I am not American, of course I'm not British. I don't have English as my first language. So also I was kind of nervous to have this communication kind of issue. So I don't know. I was a little nervous to reach out to people that way. I thought it would be easier if they reach out to me. In case that happened, I don't know. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if I would actually keep going with this, because this was more of a side project experiment that I was doing to see if I would be comfortable doing videos, and I kind of like it. I like talking to myself, basically, so that's, you know, that's all you gotta do. That's all you need. You need to like to talk, and like to play, and like to do it in front of an audience, an imaginary audience, if you may. But hey, Larger Than Life, I highly recommend you guys to watch it, because I had a lot of fun recording it. I'm still a little bit nervous that people think I'm a little bit over the act, but I don't know, like, because I yell a lot, and some of those people, they're so quiet, like in the way they talk. They have this very quiet voice, quiet tone, and I'm kind of jealous, because I wish I was a little bit like that. But I always scream. I don't know, especially since everything happens all the time. Like, I've died so many times in this world. All the times I scream and I get mad, and I guess I wish I was a little bit shyer. Oh, there's a cup. Okay, I'm sorry. But I do wish I was a little bit shyer in front of people that I don't know, because I don't know. I want to make a good impression, you know? I want to make a good first impression. And that was the first time that I was talking to those people. To all of them. Like, all of them I met for the first time that day of the recording, and we just hit record and started talking, and I was like, oh, you know, I want to come back. I liked these people. I wanted to be invited more times. I wanted to keep going with this recording, so make a good first impression. And then I don't know, like you just overthink everything you do, right? You're not a gamer if you're not socially awkward, and I feel like sometimes I am a little bit too much. But yeah, I recommend you guys watching it because it truly was fun to me. I had genuine fun throughout the whole session, which was a little bit crazy. I remember I had to lay down afterwards and be just like quiet in my own mind and be like, okay. I remember telling Blargnov is one of my teammates, my alliance in the series. I told him, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't have any more plans, and I don't think I can make any other plans that would be as fun as this. And it was so cool, and we laughed so much. Honestly, it's what I like about Hermitcraft. It's what I like about the live series. I think it's important to watch the content that you'd like to create in case you're thinking of creating content. And what I love about these series is that people seem to have genuine fun and seem to like each other. I was happy to have had that experience. Oh, it was so good, so good. And I don't even remember why I mentioned this. Well, my last episode on this survival series, I talked a lot about The Last of Us, how I love the games, didn't love the show, but after the series ended, I actually watched I finished The Pit, which is another HBO series, a medical drama. I loved the show. It was very good. I'm a very emotional person. I got very attached to the story. I cried a little bit every single episode because it's a drama medical show. What you're gonna expect? People are gonna die. People are gonna suffer. People are gonna cry. I usually cry more easily if I see someone else cry. And oh my god, what a show. I really, really enjoyed it. I never watched ER, which has the same main actor, right? Noah Weil, I believe it's his name. I never watched ER, don't know anything about it, but I saw some interviews and stuff of him saying that The Pit was also produced and wrote by him, and they were very scared to like have the medical stuff right? So it was cool to see his involvement in it. You can see it in the show, like how it's I guess I'm not gonna only return with fluffy cows. Oh my. Dudes, I swear I never used chunk base. I didn't even use it to find a fortress in the nether, and now I have a mushroom island. Oh my god, are there not gonna be any cows in here? There are no cows in here. Mushrooms, I mean. I can't believe this. No. Okay, I'm gonna bring some mycelium with me at least. No mushrooms. What is this? What is this luck? I just have, oh, do you see what I see as well? Some weird fish passing by. That's not very interesting, but I cannot believe there are no mushrooms in here. What am I supposed to do? I hope there's more around, but God, no mushrooms. Will they spawn at some point? I know it's kind of difficult for neutral mobs to spawn like that, but girl's got a dream. Oh man, I don't want to get mining fatigue. Let me go this direction. As I was saying, as someone who has watched 20 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, I gotta say that The Pit was very convincing in its delivery. If you like medical dramas and all, you're not gonna disappoint. You're not gonna be disappointed. So yeah, recently in my life, I've watched The Pit. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to discuss with you. And I've started an SMP. I've joined an SMP. So, you know, life's been good to me. And now I gotta focus. I'm sorry, but I gotta focus because there is a trident guy, and I don't want to die here in the middle of nowhere And there is a guy with a... I keep saying guy, it's drowned, but I always forget the name, or I just mumble so much that I can't say their full name. So guys is drowned. I'm so terrified of dying here. I really don't want to. Oh, he's right there. Trident! Woohoo! Woohoo! So many of you. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys here and I'm gonna go down and try to brush up some sniffer eggs if they spawn in here, so just leave me be. Uh-oh. I do hear that. Hello? Who has? Who trident? Ay, 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 no! Why is it charging so fast? What is that kind of enchantment? Did you drop it to me? Yeah, I had a feeling you wouldn't. So sad I didn't find any more mushroom island. Alright, since the first little place was a little bit of a fiasco, I'm gonna search a little bit more until I find some sort of ruin. I'm having the feeling that it's gonna be an actual worm ocean and not a cold ocean, so I am probably super far from what I want to find a sniffer egg. And I didn't even find anything flower related. So I'm gonna travel a little bit in silent. Remember that I said that I wanted to watch Hungry Hermits, and I didn't. I just talked. Yeah, that's my plan. To watch something on my phone while I explore. But if I find anything interesting, I will of course show you, because that's what I'm supposed to do. See? You see? Mushroom? But it's not the mushroom island. I don't think I'll ever be happy again. I'll never feel that high again when I found that mushroom island, and I'm never gonna find another one that is actually populated with mushrooms. Okay, I'll get over it, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon with some good news. Why is that pink? Oh, it's magenta stuff. Ow, ow. Is this a flower forest? Ow, ow, ow. Okay, I made a little window in here because I thought it was a bit dark when it was nighttime, and now it was supposed to be simple, it's not supposed to be super pretty, and I'm happy with it the way it is. Updated some of the flowers. This thing? Not necessary. Goodbye. And now, I was thinking of my redstone project that I was thinking of doing. I have no idea if it's possible. I did a sunflower field. I like it. I have no idea if it's possible. I have no idea if I have enough space. I still want to try to do it. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I'm gonna do a trial type of thing on creative. So I'm just gonna talk about my idea with you. I'm gonna talk you through it, okay? I want this area here to be the storage place for the iron farm. And let's go inside the iron farm. Since it's killing iron golems, it's always gonna drop iron and poppies. But I like using the poppies to compost, and I like using the iron to trade with the villagers. But still, I'm gonna use iron in bulk throughout my series because you just use iron for a lot of things. I was thinking of doing something that would separate the iron into an autocrafter to craft into iron blocks, and they would be like somewhere up here. I was even thinking of doing some sort of pipes with copper maybe to show the items flying up and going somewhere and going in a chest. I'm not sure how I would like to do that yet. And I would like the poppies to go into a composter and also be auto-crafted into bone blocks so that I can barely ever see that chest. You know, that I don't have to keep checking it often to see the bone meal. I want the bone blocks. I'm not sure if that's exactly reasonable in some, like, in the way I'm thinking. Like, if it's not better to only have the bone meal to be in a chest over here instead of being auto-crafted into bone blocks, because it doesn't drop a lot of poppies. But when I'm not checking the iron farm for a long time and I'm out there building and building, I come check, and sometimes there's even so many poppies that the iron is not getting picked up, and I want to solve that, and I want it to be in a way that I can just come here and see what I want. You know, I want to come here, pick up what I want, what I need, and get away. I'm not sure if that's doable, and I am pretty much sure that I'm not capable of doing that, although when I say it, I like have the imagery in my head of what I'd like to do. I'm not sure how to make it happen, you know? I have very, very vague ideas of how redstone works. The only type of tutorials that I've watched are basically some quick tutorial videos that I'm trying to watch only once and then see if I can do it by myself in the way that I want instead of looking for any type of specific tutorial. I'm kind of sick of doing farms like this. This and the villager breeder are the only two farms I have in this world that are automatic. And I'm kind of sick of following tutorials like that, you know, just sitting in and going back and forth in the world and building it. I don't know. I want to try and make it myself so that I can also, while I'm doing it, I can learn how to redstone a little, which is going to be a challenge on its own, and also already make it a little bit beautiful on the way, you know? Like, I want to execute my idea already, making it pleasable for me to see. So that's my plan. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this right, but hey, let's go to a creative test world and do some shenanigans to see if my idea can be executed in the way that my mind is gaslighting me to believe I can do. Let's go there, shall we? Okay, so let's see what I'd like to have with me for now. Let's see the basics. I know that what I also know
iron
is that
golems are gonna die.
a bunch of iron in here,
that it's not gonna drop to the
chest over here.
That's what's gonna drop to
Okay.
this hopper over here.
And
I
imagine
want
it's in
stuff
here,
to
it's
fall
also
down.
not gonna go. Okay. I have no idea what this is doing. What is going on? What is going on? I don't think I have any idea of what I'm doing. I am so sad. I'm gonna try to watch more tutorials and I'm gonna get this. I swear. Redstone, not as intuitive as I thought it would be. Apparently, comparators and stuff, it's better if you go through blocks. There's signal or something? Like, no sense to me. No sense. But, what did I do? I watched a video about, item sorters, how to make them. I'm not sure if they are true yet in today's updates, that apparently a hopper gives out a signal of 2 if you have, like, what is it? Is it 21 of one type of item and a random type of, and another item. So this is 22 items inside of the hopper. It gives out a signal of 1. If you apply one more, it gives out a signal of 2. Okay, so this is still true. This is an important concept, apparently. I'm gonna copy exactly how it is on the video. I'm gonna try to think about it, because I'm not gonna check it until I actually finish this. I'm not gonna check it. We want a torch. I know this part. We want a torch that is going to lock this in. This hopper is locked. And I believe it's a repeater that is going to repeat this signal over here, over to a block, and power this redstone dust. Guys, forget it. I don't know redstone. I am so confident. Okay. You know, I just ended up following the tutorial. It's much easier for me to put the link below, and you can see what I ended up doing. Everything I do is wrong. I don't care. Crafters have been the bane of my existence over here, because it's not working out for reasons that I am not super sure why yet. We want this to always craft items, right? We want to compare it. I think it's gonna give a signal to this redstone thing, and then this is also gonna have another crafter, which will also have its its signal compared. But this one is the secondary one that is always gonna have the power of 9, I believe? Because we're crafting ingots, right? So I'm not sure where the repeater should be facing towards. I'm pretty sure there has to be a repeater. I actually don't know. I don't know. Back to tutorial watching. Okay, I watched one video exactly once. It's much more compact. So it's supposed to have a comparator reading into this comparator. So the comparator is gonna put output to this block, then to this redstone dust, and then we're gonna have a repeater. It does nothing. Back to the video we go. It's alive! It's alive! Oh my god, it's alive, babies! We did it! I was able to follow a tutorial without having to check it a bunch of times. Only a couple times. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm ready. Although I have a feeling that this is going to be a bunch of times harder doing the survival world. I'm gonna have to clear out some area underground and figure out where I'd like stuff to go. Okay, should we hop in? Okay, I have finished after way too many hours because stuff that was not supposed to go wrong started to go wrong, and now we have the setup that I wanted. It's not a piper kind of piper. It's not a pipe-like setup, but we do show the hoppers, the crafters. They do open their mouths eventually. They're working just fine. I'm gonna show the redstone. It's not good. Everything's crazy. Everything sucks. The bubble columns, they were having some issues. I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's something about the rendering. It has to be the rendering, but I don't know if it's because of the mods that I have. You know, I have fabric, I have sodium, and I'm not sure if something's weird with that. I have some dropper clocks in here. This is the dropper clock. There is another dropper clock over there. For the bone meal, and this is for the iron. This selects the iron ingots. In here, the poppies go straight into the composter. Ow, I almost got stuck. It's working, you know, it's working. I thought there were some stuff that was not. I kind of covered it with blocks to try to not have the redstone signal go into them, and I guess that worked, but I'm not super sure. At some point, it worked out, and we have one bone block, and we have a lot of iron that has been accumulating throughout the time. I think some of this I already carried with me, and it kind of mixed up. I'm not sure how else to decorate inside of here. I'm kind of not very worried about that, to be honest, and I'm super exhausted because this, I swear to you, this took way too long. Let me go inside here to show you. Everything's super ugly in here. I kind of don't care enough, you know, like I did my job covering it up. I'm kind of thinking if I could maybe put some like copper trapdoors on top of the hoppers, if that would look good, or if they would actually open up through some signal. I don't know if they would. I hope not. Yeah. Sure. It's not supposed to be super complex. I'm just gonna go in here to grab the stuff in here, and I'm not even supposed to grab it ever, like, not so often, you know? It's really just there because I wanted it to be there, and I'm very happy that I managed to do something about it. The setup was very, like, it was all messy and ugly, but I had to follow tutorials. Like, it's so hard. Oh. It was an exhausting process. You know, the tutorials that I followed, and some videos that I watched to learn a little bit. I wanted to understand what was happening and not only just copy and paste stuff. I kind of followed step by step, but I also at the same time memorized it, like, because it made sense after I watched the video. If I hadn't watched anything, I would be lost and it would make no sense to me. I'm happy with how it is. I think it's working, and that's what matters. So now I can grab the iron, I can come here, collect some lava if I want to, and trade iron for some emeralds with my villagers. Ooh, this was kind of a crazy thing for me to do because I spent so many hours. I didn't record most of it because honestly, it's just me going back and forth and trying to figure out why something was working, why something was not, and figuring out places to put. Please don't consider this a tutorial. This is absolutely not, especially since I didn't teach you anything. But do check out the videos that I'm gonna leave credited on the description because those saved my life. I still don't know anything about Redstone, which is a little bit shameful. I think this is it for today's episode, and in the next, hopefully, we will be with the next game drop that will have the happy guests, which I'm so excited about. But hey, thank you for watching, and bye! And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do anything else. Ooh, God, I have the memory of a blowfish. Is it blowfish? I'm gonna delete that. Cut that out.